I wasn't too worried. I actually spoke to Sean Shelby when I was over in Glasgow for Paddy's fight, and he said that I would definitely be on the card. He just needed to get a body for me. And after the whole missing UFC Dublin last year, I was fairly positive that I was going to be on it. So I think they announced 16 weeks from the October 24th that they were going to have a show. So from 16 weeks ago out, I've been on it. I've been training. I was very confident I was going to be on this card. I told Sean Shelby, get me a matchup, or me and you were going to fight on the night. Not at all. To be honest, I don't consider the rankings accurate as they are. So to consider her unranked or ranked or whatever, it doesn't make a difference to me. I just wanted to fight, and I'm happy to have an opponent. And to me, she's a very good opponent. You know, she has 7 wins by submission. That's very good. She's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. She obviously has good stock in that area. So yeah, it'll be a great fight for me. I'm obviously super confident, but I also know she's dangerous as well. She is happy to play jiu-jitsu off her back and stuff like that, so we'll see how that goes down for her. It'll probably end badly for her in a fight against me, but I'm just super happy to have an opponent. And as Sean Shelby told me in Glasgow, he was like, look, I'm having trouble getting you a matchup for her because everybody is either booked or injured, so I'm just happy Erica stepped forward. You know, it's her first time fighting outside of Brazil, so it's going to be absolutely horrible for her. It's going to feel that energy from the Irish crowd, so fair play to her for taking the fight. I definitely would like to be more active. If anything with me, it's not the actual fights themselves, it's the weight cut. I walk around pretty heavy. I walk around about 140, making 115, so, and I'm hardly sitting here the most obese of people to get that weight off me, so it's a tough cut for me. So that's pretty much the thing that keeps me on the sidelines for a bit. I need a bit of notice to be able to get the weight down. And in the last fight I actually dislocated my collarbone, so that was a big thing. I injured myself in that fight, so I had about 8 or 10 weeks where I was completely off the mats entirely while that healed. And then when I came back, I was on a strength and conditioning program to strengthen up all the muscles around the shoulder and kind of make myself a little bit more stable. So that was mostly the reason why I was on the sidelines. Maybe Glasgow or something like that, if I hadn't been injured, I would have liked to pop back in for it, but just with the injury that didn't allow me. No, not at all. I don't actually cut a whole heap of water weight. It's usually just stripping the body fat and stuff to get me leaner is usually the issue that I have. I made a number of times without any IV, especially in the Ultimate Fighter house. I didn't even cut that much water weight. I was having maybe 3-4 pound water cuts at most in the house. So no, I'll be fine. It really won't bother me at all. I think a lot of the stuff to do with the IV ban is not so much to do with the rehydration for our guys. It's just more the psychological aspect of it. You kind of feel like you're getting rehydrated faster, when the science behind it is that unless you're completely severely dehydrated to the point where you can't actually drink for yourself, oral rehydration is as effective as IV rehydration, if not more. So no, I'm not worried at all. I think after Almeida I'd still probably be at least 1 if not 2 fights away from title contention, depending on who they give me. In the meantime, I don't think the road to title contention is all that straightforward, because certain fighters are being protected and spoon-fed opponents. Some girls are being kept very active while other girls are not being kept very active at all. So it's kind of a little bit of a strange one in the division. Like girls like Paige Van Zandt seem to be really protected, you know. They're touting her as this kind of big prospect, but they're not really throwing her into the mix with the top girls. You know, they're still kind of building her up. So I guess that's kind of it's not very accurate depiction of how the division sits. So depending on who they gave me after Almeida, it would probably be more telling as to where I would end up in title contention. But you know, I think anybody who's training a few wins together in that division is looking at title contention, because it is so unstable. It's like somebody just like threw a load of confetti up in the air and we're all just trying to find our little place in the world. I would 100% fight Paige Van Zandt to be no problem. I wouldn't like to see it as calling her out, because honestly I don't care that much about her. Like, for me, which is kind of a silly attitude to have, I always want to fight the best in the world. So I'm looking at the Joannas, I'm looking at the Claudias. These are the girls that I want to fight. I don't look at Paige and think of her as that kind of fight, but obviously I would definitely take the fight along the way. I have a whole ton more experience than Paige as well, so you know, you'll have these people who'll be like, oh, you know, you've had over 20 fights, she's only had a handful, why are you calling her out? And I'm like, I'm not calling her out, but I do see her road to title contention or whatever being slightly different compared to some of the other girls. So I do think she's been kind of protected and more publicised and stuff like that, which is fine. I don't really care about that, you know. At the end of the day, I've my career to focus on, and right now I have Erica Almeida, and that's what I'm looking at right now. But if they give me Paige at some point in the future, then that's cool too.